Hey guys, how are you doing? Hope you're all doing well. In this video today, I'm going to be showing you exactly how I trade the Forex market. So you're going to be seeing my strategies, what tools I have on my chart and why, the notifications that I get through there and to my phone. If you are a full-time trader, part-time trader, or someone that's trading around work, this video is perfect for you. There's something for everyone to take away. So enjoy, let me know how you find the strategy, and don't forget to thumbs up, comment and subscribe. This video is sponsored by IronFX. They are one of my sponsors and they have got a huge trading competition that they are running at the moment with over $1 million in cash prizes. There's lots of different rounds, get involved. The link is in the description of this video. Let me know how you get on. Definitely share your trades and all the best in their competition. So we are going to be going through our strategies of what we trade. And a lot of people obviously ask, what pairs do you trade, so on and so forth. So I trade Euro Dollar. I also trade the DAX, you can see here. I trade the Dow Jones. I trade FTSE, the NAS, US dollar against the Japanese yen. Also trade pound against the dollar, gold. We trade a little bit of US oil, not too much. US dollar against the Canadian dollar. But really, today we're going to be going over exactly what I trade, what strategy I trade, and how. And you can see my positions here closing. You can also see some of the indicators that I use. So let's start on the top and down. So today I'm going to be talking about two different trading strategies that I use. One is on the hourly chart and one is on the 15 minutes and 5 minutes. So two completely separate strategies. So first of all, on the daily, we use multiple time frame analysis. You can see that the trend is actually down here on the two moving averages that I have here, which is the 21 moving average, which is the green one, EMA, exponential moving average for those that don't know, and 8 moving average as well, which is red, and that's also an EMA. When the red's below the green, I'm looking for sells in the market. So when I drop down to the hourly, I then have two different moving averages. I have the 50 and the 200 moving average. Now, you're probably wondering what on earth are these gold arrows? Well, this is a tool called TradeMate. It's, if you want to find out a little bit more information about it, you can see it on samuelandcotrading.com. And I'll also put a link in the description called TradeMate, and you'll be able to find out a little bit more information about it. But nonetheless, being busy, this is probably the best strategy for those individuals that are doing other work. Like myself, I actually work on 2 screens. So having something that pops up and gives me an alert is really, really important. So it allows me to see where my entries are. So this will then tell me that, my multiple time frame analysis, which is step 1, told me that I should be looking for sells. I then come down to the hourly and we've got the red below the green, which is telling me I've got sells as well. And I've then got my TradeMate indicator on here, which is then showing me where is the best time to be able to enter into the market to the downside. So the golden arrow is telling me where to get in. And the X's on underneath the bars are telling me where I should be getting out. So you can see here, it was telling me to get in here, also potentially here, if I miss this setup and exit at either one of these 2 points here. And again, you can see it's telling me to get in here to the sell side and come out here. And then here it's telling me to sell, get out here. Or if I miss this first one, it's telling me to get in here, get out there. And this is a very, very helpful tool to be able to help us be able to trade the hourly. Now, the best part about this is that we don't need to sit there and watch the chart because we get notifications. So this is perfect for those that are in and out of the office, in meetings or working a job, because it gives us plenty of time to be able to get into these trades. Now, I was recently talking to some students of mine. So for example, let's say the sell setup is here. As long as the exit signal hasn't been generated yet and price is actually at a better price than where you were in, the trade is still valid, meaning that, if I had my entry signal here, I had an hour to get in, potentially 2 hours, But if I missed that, again, 3 hours later, I then had 1, 2, 3, 4 hours that I could have got in. So we all know that we can check our charts within a 4-hour, 6-hour range to be able to join in and take advantage of that position. So that is a great tool that can help us do that. And again, plenty of time to be able to get into this trade here throughout there. And again, here we had a few hours to be able to take advantage of that. And you can see one of my trades here, joining in here. Wasn't the best entry from where it was signaled, and I got my profit factor down there. So when we do this, obviously I'm always targeting a 1.5 profit factor or a 2 profit factor depending on the trade. So when I get my entry, generally looking to enter, target roughly the previous low. In this case, it's 80 odd pips. So I'll have a 40 odd pip stop loss, and I'm looking to make a 2-to-1 on average. So that's one of the main benefits of using TradeMate, and it allows me to be able to trade on the hourly time frame. You can see some of these entries here that are pre this. It only shows the last few entries, but these were also TradeMate entries there. So you can see that we had 1 win, 2 wins. We then had a loss here. I didn't take this trade. 3rd win, and haven't been trading since. But the fact with profit factor is that because my reward is always 1.5 times or 2 times, I only have to win roughly a 50 odd % of the trade to be able to make money. Okay, now if I drop down to the 15 minutes, you'll see all of these dots, and you're probably going, what on earth are all these dots? So obviously we're in a seller's market, okay, meaning that we're looking to take sell trades. So obviously we still need the 50 and the 200 to align with our daily to be able to take those trades. Now the cluster is a 2-part algorithm. So we have all these dots, which is part of it, and this tool down here is also part of the cluster algorithm. So this here is showing me simply where the market is oversold and it's overbought. The lines in between is showing you divergence in the pricing, which can show this line up here. So it shows it on chart and it also shows it on indicator, showing you where divergence is. Divergence is a powerful tool that can help you see an insight into when the market might fall. Now, these levels up here, these are what we call GMT pivots, and these are usually where price will stop and turn around, and as you can see here, look, it stopped. So the grey one, you guys that watch me on my YouTube live stream will know the grey one is a pivot. It's called the pivotal point. The top one here is called R1, R2, and then you've got R3 slightly higher, and then we've got support 1, support 2, and support 3. And you can see how it bounced off support 3, went all the way up to R1, rejected R1, and then sold off. So the cluster, once we start getting these little dots, it starts notifying us with pop-ups saying now is time to potentially get ready to short sell this. I've already done my analysis, as I showed you a minute ago, that the daily is in a downwards movement, the hourly is down, and also on the 15 minutes is down at this section that I'm looking at. So therefore taking short sells makes complete sense. Here we have a rejection of resistance 1. We have our first seller's bar, so I'm looking to enter, and I'm looking to target the previous low, which is 50 pips. So I'd have a 25 pip stop loss and leave my trade to run, and it gets hit the next day around there. So Cluster 2.0 really helps you with getting those pullbacks on the entries. If you are a little bit nervous about letting your trade run to take profit as well, then you could also exit when you can see the sentiment changing from red to black, which is here, meaning that there's potential that buyers might come into the market. Or if you want to be a little bit more, you can wait until it turns green, which is all the way over here. So you would have been out of the trade. You could have potentially got re-entries back in to get back down to your take profit, but it's completely down to you. So this here is Cluster 2.0. Again, it's also available on samuelcotrading.com. You can find this out with a link in the description. Same with GMT pivot points. For those guys that follow me on YouTube live on a daily basis, you see me using these tools. We don't really go too much into detail on them on a day-to-day basis, so I thought I would cover all bases with you in this video to understand what I'm using on the 15 minutes, the hourly and the daily. So just to run through that again. So on the daily, we have the 8 and 21 moving average, which are exponential. Then we drop down to the hourly time frame, and we then have TradeMate, which is the indicator that helps with the pullbacks. And we have the 15-200 moving average on there. And then on the 15 minutes, we have GMT pivots. We also have Cluster 2.0 showing you where to get in and then where to get out. And that is overall my trading system of what I use. Some people may call it lazy because I have the notifications that pop up on my phone to tell me when I should look at my trades, but I just feel like I'm managing my time a lot better. I'm only using actually 3 indicators: TradeMate, Cluster and GMT pivots. I've linked them all in the description below, so if you want to find out some more information about them, go grab them. I also put a coupon code in the bottom called live stream, and you can grab some discount as well at the checkout if you wanted to have the same setup as me. And I'll also drop in my template file in there as well. I'm entering into INFX's trading competition as well, where there's over $1 million in cash prizes, and this is the setup that I'll be using on my challenge. Some of the guys on there are already doing fantastic. I've seen some performing very highly, risking a lot. I do use my risk management of risking just 1% per position, so that's what how I trade specifically. But you all guys know I'm a fan of trading challenges. So if you want to go and find out a little bit more about INFX's awesome trading competition that's come up, again, there is over $1 million in cash prizes. You do actually have to deposit live funds into the account, but if you want to find out a little bit more information about how to enter into that, definitely check it out. It's super worth it. And again, where else are you going to get $1 million in cash prizes? Lots of different rounds. If you want to find out a little bit more information about how you can enter into this challenge, the link is in the description. And make sure you tag me on Instagram, social media, of how you're getting on. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. That is exactly what I've been trading with on my live stream. Guys, I'm streaming most days in the week. Make sure you check out my profile, turn notifications on, hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying watching me live trade. Again, thanks guys for all the support, and I'll see you next week live stream.